We're celebrating National Polyphenol Day, a holiday dedicated to one of the most powerful groups of plant compounds out there, polyphenols. Now, if you follow me for a while, you know how passionate I am about these mighty molecules. They can truly supercharge your health, especially when it comes to your gut and your heart. So, what's one of the richest sources of polyphenols? You guessed it, my favorite high quality olive oil. I've often said that the purpose of food is simply to get more olive oil into your body. And I stand by that. So today, we're doing something a little different, a little fun, a little tasty, I hope. I've got 5 different olive oils in front of me. And yes, one of them is my own Gundry MD polyphenol-rich olive oil. But here's the twist. I'm going to taste them all blindly. I don't know which is which. They're putting my taste buds and maybe my loyalty to the test. Now, I'm not a certified olive oil taster. This isn't some official judging event. We're just trying to have a good time and maybe learn something in the process. But I will be evaluating each oil using some classic criteria. First up, aroma. What am I smelling? Is it fruity, grassy, nutty, floral? A good olive oil hits your nose before it hits your tongue. Then the flavor. I'll be looking for bitterness, pungency, fruitiness, and even sweetness. Great olive oil has a flavor journey. Next, the body, or what we call mouthfeel. Is it velvety, syrupy, thin, rich? Texture tells you a lot about the quality. And finally, balance and aftertaste. Does it all come together harmoniously? Does the flavor linger or disappear right away? And one last thing, does it make you cough? Believe it or not, the coughing sensation often comes from the amount of polyphenols. Okay, so before we dive in, if you've been enjoying these episodes, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the Dr. Gundry podcast. And be sure to follow Gundry MD on Instagram. We've got some amazing giveaways going on right now for National Polyphenol Day. And trust me, you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget to visit gundrymd.com and use the code podcast20 for 20% off full price items. It's a great time to stock up. Now, a quick note for the olive oil purists out there. I know that professionals use special blue glasses when tasting. That's to disguise the color of the oil because the color doesn't actually tell you anything about the taste or quality. But today we're just using regular glasses. We're trying to keep it casual. Now, each bottle has been covered, so I can't see the label. And here in front of me are my 5 mystery oils. I must tell you that I have been locked away in a soundproof, sealed room while my staff has been putting this out. So, quite frankly, I don't know what's in here. Okay, this is number 1. I think we're just going to go right to left. This has actually got a really nice aroma. And you can swirl it. Now, I must tell you, I have done olive oil tasting in Italy, and we're required to gargle it in Italy. But I think for the purpose of filming, you probably don't want to watch me gargle. Now, this one is actually doesn't have a lot of effect initially, but wow, it really hits you in the back of your throat. It's got a really thick mouthfeel, and the aftertaste lingers for really a long time. And if I didn't know better, I would really want to cough, but I'm going to try not to. This one's actually got a lot going for it. Okay, number 2. Totally different aroma. This one doesn't smell very olivey, whatever that means. This one is pretty bland. Not a lot going on. Definitely in the back of my mouth, there's that kind of stingy feeling, but nowhere near the feeling in the back of my mouth. Certainly doesn't make me want to cough. This one is smoother, more buttery. I can tell you there's a huge difference between French and Italian olive oils. The French prefer their olive oils to taste buttery, probably because they like butter. And the Italians don't particularly approve of the buttery flavor. They want more of the kick. So this one tends to head towards the buttery side, but not as complex as number one. Number three. Oops, better clean my palate. This one smells more olivey than number two. It does have a nice hit in the back, but the flavor profile, there's not anything that kind of jumps out. It doesn't taste as buttery. It tastes kind of thin, if you know what I mean. Maybe you don't. One more time. Yeah, this one is not up there, but it does have some nice kick at the end. Number four. Holy cow, does this one smell like olives? Wow. Nice and smooth. Wow, there's the kick. Lots of stuff going on in the back of my throat. But wow, does this one smell like olives? And whew, it's very impressive. Really smooth, but there's the kick. So this one's the most aromatic of these four so far. I mean, by far. Usually aroma is a good indication that there's a lot coming on. Remember, most of our taste actually comes through our nose. So there's a lot of olive going on this one. Now, it's interesting, the difference between number four and number five, and even number three and number two, night and day difference between the aroma. Yeah, there's probably some olive in there, but the aroma is just totally different. This one is kind of like drinking grease. Um, there's not much flavor. It tastes greasy. There is a tiny bit of kick in the back, but my overall impression is this is a delicious glass of grease. And it's grease, what the heck? But that's really about all there is in this one, gotta admit. So this is number five. I think this is my least favorite. Um, this one, like I say, if I wanted a nice greasy salad dressing and I was new to olive oil, this would be the most benign of the olive oils. How's that? Do I get to see? All right, so this is California Olive Ranch. If you've read my books, I do recommend California Olive Ranch, but this is the global blend for everyday use. That's their way of telling you that this oil was blended from multiple sources. In other words, they bought it from different countries. They bought tankerfuls through, and they blended it all together. So even though I like this company, their individual olives that are grown here in California are the one to get. But if you're just starting out, like I said, this is the least innocuous and maybe a good introduction. And they don't pay me. Now this one's a tough one. This one, let me, I want to make sure about this. So this one has a really fruity taste, and it's got a nice kick in the back. This one, not as much aroma. Definitely not the fruity taste. Less kick in the back. No, there comes the kick. Actually, just because this one has got that fruity taste, but this one has got a bigger kick, this is my next least favorite. So let's see what I got. Bertolli extra virgin olive oil, rich taste. Now, the problem is it's coming from, are you ready for this? Argentina, Chile, Greece, Italy, Morocco, Peru, Portugal, Spain, and Tunisia. Oops. So this is a blended one. Plus, it's in plastic. So, rich taste. Well, it does have a fruity taste, but number one, please never buy it in plastic. Okay, so this one's actually got a nice olive smell to it. Not a lot going on the taste, but it's got a really good kick at the end. This one definitely smells like olives. This one tastes actually really, for lack of a better word, fresh, almost like they just pulled the olives off the trees. And it's got a really nice kick. And again, you're looking for kicks. This one, holy cow. I mean, you can literally smell the olives from here. The other one, you got to put your nose in. You put your nose in this one and you go, whoa, what's in there? This is a good sign. It's got a lot of interesting taste, smooth, and there's that kick in the back. All right, I'm going to go for this one next. So this is Graza. Now, it says finishing oil, and the reason I think they're saying that, first of all, it's from Spain, single country. The reason they're saying finishing oil is because you're not really going to want to drink this, and it's a really bad one to start with because there's a little too much going on. But it's in plastic, so I'm glad it's kind of down there. The problem is these oils have acid in it, and believe it or not, extra virgin does not mean that the olives have never had sex. This means that the acidity is actually ranked in a very fine line. So there's supposed to be acid in olive oil. The acid will leach plastic out of the bottle. So that's the last thing you want to put olive oil in. So if I had known that, I would have never even picked it up off the shelf. All right, so it's down to these two. You kind of guessed where I'm going because this guy has been knocking my socks off. This guy's a close contender. Let's see who it is. Virion. All right. I know these guys. They do not pay me anything. The reason I know them is I've met them at the Ferry Market, Farmers Market in San Francisco. They're a family operation from Sacramento. And this is not my favorite of theirs. Actually, my favorite is actually their early harvest. It's incredibly hard to find, but this is a really good American olive oil. And if you're looking to help America, this is actually a good one. And it ranks way up there. All right, but this one blew everybody away. This one is, I mean, like I say, I can smell it from here, and it better be, of course, Gundry MD high-polyphenol olive oil. Now the smell gave it away, and obviously I know this olive oil, but the smell tells you everything because that's the first idea about the amount of polyphenols that you're going to get. But the great thing is it's smooth, it tastes good, and it doesn't make you choke and cough. This one, if I didn't really take a big swig, I'd be coughing with that one. So we've got my favorite, and thank goodness it was that one. But this has been great fun. And in fact, I know a lot of you do beer tasting parties, wine tasting parties, cognac tasting parties. Why don't you set up an olive oil tasting party and amaze your friends? It's actually great fun to see that all olive oil is not the same. Now, I know what you're thinking. Of course, you picked your own. But here's the truth. There's a reason we bottle and sell this one. I genuinely believe it's the most delicious, most polyphenol-rich, supercharged olive oil we could find. It's bold, it's peppery, it's alive. And that's what great olive oil should be. Let's not forget why we did this taste test today. High quality olive oil isn't just tasty, it's powerful. It supports heart health. It feeds your gut with polyphenols that nourish good bacteria. It protects your brain, supports healthy aging, and can even help manage weight. It's basically liquid gold for your body. So do yourself a favor. Make olive oil a part of your daily routine. Your taste buds and your health will thank you. And don't forget, head over to GundryMD.com and use code PODCAST20 for 20% off. There are tons of fun things happening for Polyphenol Day, giveaways, discounts, and more. From myself and everyone here at the Dr. Gundry Podcast, have an incredible Polyphenol Day. Cheers, and pass the olive oil. Oh, I'll have a little more. That's the stuff. More amazing episodes just like this one. Watch now. Now, proper storage is the key. Please keep your olive oil in a cool, dark place, away from direct light and heat. Now, this prevents the oxidation and helps maintain the oil's flavor and health properties for longer.